Hello, hello, hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, good to see everyone. We have Sora and Luis and Little Planeswalker and Command Beacon, Sora, Coker MTG, Nightbot, of course, doing God's work. Thanks for the host decked out cards. Oh, yes, I need some luck. Wow, I've had the worst luck all day today. Good Lord. Oh, I hardly ever get frustrated playing Magic. I always have fun playing Magic, and I actually was a little tilted today. Oh my goodness, my running, no matter what I did, no matter what deck I played, it seemed like I was just cursed to have something go wrong every single time. Oh, it was just one of those days. What's up, Mrs. Sprinkle, or Mr. Sprinkles? Nobody, Slice King, Koldar, Black Avenger, The Marble, Jay Zoller, of course, welcome. I love this deck, just missed day 2 at GPLA with it. Yeah, I'm really excited to try it out. It looks fun. And there's a theory, I mentioned this before, I don't remember what we played, something on Much Brew, but Collected Company, oh, the Walls deck, the Coco Walls deck. Collected Company can make just about any tribe playable. It's so good. Yeah, I had so much fun with Infinite Mirror. Hey Seth, I know I haven't been at the streams much, but I'll be back next week and for the rest of 2017. Be my first every time. Well, awesome dude. You're still awesome, even if you're not first. I appreciate it. Life happens, so no worries at all. Yes, we were playing Allies. Hopefully this works. Why wasn't Flying Men called Stormcrows? We didn't really have Stormcrows in the deck. I know, I so rarely, I'm just not a person that gets frustrated in my day-to-day life or in playing Magic. That's just not my personality, but I was actually somewhat tilted today. I wasn't tilted like on video, but oh my goodness. I was trying to record Budget Magic and oh man, the beats were so bad. So bad. You might see some of them. I might actually be able to make this deck that I was trying to record today work, so we'll see, but oh man, some of the beats were so frustrated. Oh man, so hopefully this deck goes a little smoother. I'm excited for it. I like Allies. Collected Company is really powerful. I think we played some sort of Ally deck. We played a budget one without Collected Company, but I don't think we played a Collected Company Ally deck, so I'm really excited to try it out. We have a new subscriber, Commander Beacon. Welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. We need an outtake video with all the tilts. Oh, maybe someday. I usually, if I get upset, I usually don't record. I take a deep breath. Take a break for a minute, compose myself, because getting tilted doesn't actually make you better at Magic. So, oh yes, announcement, as Jay Zoller just said, if you're on the Momir list, and let's see. So those are the people currently on the Momir list: Infinite Answers, Cracky Senior, Timothy, Julian Miles, etc., etc., etc. If you're on the list, try to add your Magic Online name rather than just your Twitch name if you can. So that way we'll know, make sure it's the right people getting to play at the right time. We have a new subscriber, Jack. Welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Oh, also, I finally added a command for playlist. So if you do ! Playlist, it'll take you to a Reddit comment where I typed out all the songs on the playlist. So if you are looking for the artists or the bands, the songs that are on our current playlist for the stream, that is where you can find them with that command. And I also got to talk to Weisiger, who does a lot of the music that we use on the stream, and he's a Magic fan and a really cool guy, and was like willing to do any music stuff if I needed for videos. He's working on video game music right now for some different games, but he said if you ever needed music for videos, he would be down. So that was pretty sweet as well. All right, so we'll get to the league. We got to do the reminders first. First, MTG Goldfish Replay YouTube. That's where you can go to find all the old streams, including today's stream of Naya allies in the future. And, of course, if you're looking for a way to support the site, check out the merch page. We get playmats and sleeves and deck boxes and all that stuff. And we're getting more stuff soon. New playmats are on their way, so check that out. Technically, I need to remove that command. Technically, Loot Crate is no longer a sponsor, but I appreciate the effort, Little Planeswalker. No more Loot Crate, though, at the moment. That's why their advertisement isn't up there. I didn't just make a mistake. Bicycle Tropics is a really sweet song, and I also know those people. They're from Denver, so that's how I knew them. I'm sure they're before your time, awesome dude. I forgot you're from Denver as well. You should look them up. Constellations, the history of your local music scene. They were a Denver band. I don't think they're still around anymore, but that song that you love so much is from a Denver band. Any chance we play Saheeli on stream anytime soon? Was easily my favorite deck of yours all year, and I love to see more gameplay. I would consider it. I love Emeria decks, so it wouldn't take much for me to play more Emeria. Way to go, Little Planeswalker. Favorite deck in Modern? I really do like Emeria, but probably Freewind Red. However, I played deck on video before. I think my all-time favorite deck is still Freewind Red, and I've played it on stream and on video multiple times. So yes, it is snowing in upstate New York, and I also agree Cavern really does need to be reprinted. So let's talk about this deck, and then we can get in our league, and then we can talk about anything we want to. It's hard to play Frontier on stream because it's not officially supported on Magic Online yet. So this deck, it's essentially Ally Tribal. If you're not familiar, what's up, Oscar NYC? If you're not familiar with allies, I would stream Modern Grixis Control. Let's do the deck tech, and then I'll talk about everything else. So if you're not familiar with allies, there's some from Battle for Zendikar block, but the good ones come from the original Zendikar, and Hada Freeblade is an example. It's a 1/1. It looks really bad as a 0/1, but it gets a +1/+1 counter whenever it or another ally enters the battlefield. So we play it on turn 1, play an ally like Kazandu Blademaster. On turn 2, it's going to be a 2/3, hopefully play some more allies. It's a 3/4, then a 4/5, just keeps growing. Kazandu Blademaster is the same way, starts as a 2/2, just keeps getting bigger. Akun Battlesinger is basically a Bushwhacker type effect. It pumps up all our allies, and it has haste. Oh, I gotta change the... Oh, thank you, 595902413. Big scoops here for our resubscriber, and I love you as well, all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome back to the Fishbowl, and Mr. Toast, welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Yes, I will fix the record. I always forget something when I'm setting up the stream. Today it was to update that. So we are Naya allies, and we are officially 0/0. Oh, someone asked about getting something signed. Send me an email, and I'll see what I can work out. I don't remember who asked. It was a minute ago. So yeah, send me an email, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com, and I'll see if I can hook something up as far as signing goes. Welcome, the Sniper Knight. So that's the plan. Play allies, pump up our allies with more allies. We have Bushwhacker effects, 4 Battle Singers, 2 Bushwhackers, and then we have Cabria Evangel, give all of our allies protection from a color to get past blockers. We can also trigger it at instant speed with Collected Company, Selfless Spirit for protection, Lantern Scout to win the race with life gain, and then basically 4 Path to Exiles is removal and 4 Collected Companies. Otherwise, lots of mana fixing. Ally Encampment is sweet because it lets us bounce allies back to our hand. So we're talking about how we trigger all of them. We can bounce a Expedition Envoy, for example, back to our hand, replay it to trigger our Free Blades and our Blade Masters and our Evangels and all that stuff a second time. In the sideboard, Not too crazy. Pay No Heed is pretty spicy. As far as I can tell, this is the plan for beating combo decks. So we can use this if our opponent targets us with a lethal Conflagrate, for an example, or something like that. So that's an interesting idea. I've never really seen this played before, but it kind of makes sense. Then we have Kataki's War Wage and Stony Silence for affinity, also Ancient Grudge, some Graveyard Hate, and Rest in Peace. Gideon is pretty sweet. It makes ally tokens, so it's a way in slower matchups to repeatedly trigger our allies. Also Anthem. Another Lantern Scout, Fire Mantle Mage, makes it hard for opponent to block. And then some card advantage. Return to the Ranks, kinda a Wrath Hoser. If our opponent has a lot of removal, we can get everything back, or a bunch of our creatures back. And then a couple Lead the Stampedes for more card advantage. We have a ton of creatures, 30 creatures, so a Lead the Stampede should be 2.5 creatures, so either 2 or 3 creatures. If you look at the deck command, it's really sad, actually. The deck is not expensive, except Cavern of Souls. So the total cost of the deck is $550, but 250 almost of that is Cavern of Souls, and another like 100 is Windswept East and Sacred Foundries and Rager Verge Thickets. So if you didn't have to worry about the mana base, the deck is very cheap. The only expensive cards are Path and Collected Company. But Cavern of Souls, if you want to play on a budget, I think you can. Oh, it did it again. Moto never imports Wear Tear when it's supposed to. For some reason, when you import a deck, Moto does not recognize Wear Tear. Yeah, that's our missing card. It should be a one of Wear Tear. Yes, Magic Online doesn't like it. So let's jump into League, see how this goes. Yeah. Cavern will be reprinted. I would not be even a little bit surprised if Cavern showed up in Modern Masters 2015. I also think that Cavern could show up in a standard set. I think it's one of the modern staples that could show up in standard and be fine. I don't know. I don't know if competitive's better than friendly in this case. Let's do friendly. See if we can win some treasure chests. That is true. Once you own them, it's a little worse to get them reprinted. Alright, Naya Allies from Brittany Ward. Or, did I say 2015? I meant 2017. Modern Masters 2017. Waffle Zone! Back for the 3rd month in a row. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for a re-subscriber. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When can we expect a Brian Kibler-esque playmat? I don't know. I would feel odd. That's like Kibler's thing. Ooh, Cavern Expedition would be sweet. Masterpiece Caves. Why not Kami of Faltope? I guess we just don't really need a fog effect. If I was going to play a fog effect in this deck, it would definitely be Kami. Kami is so sweet with Collected Company. I'm excited to give this deck a shot too. It's another one of those just keep attacking type decks. And I'm coming around on aggro. I've never really been an aggro player, but that's one of the great things about the stream and Mucha Brew and all this stuff is it forces me outside my comfort zone to play decks that I normally wouldn't play, which is aggro decks in general. I play control decks and combo decks, some mid-range decks, but keep attacking aggro decks have just never been my thing. So this is one of the best parts of doing all this. I think it makes me a better Magic player. At least in theory, it makes me a better Magic player because I have to play these decks. Can't wait for another Ether Evil. What do you think of the set spoiled so far? Well, we haven't seen much so far. The two new... no Ally Shapeshifter because we're not in blue. The two new cards, the Masterpiece cards, those cards seem absurd to me. Not necessarily both in Standard, but they seem very good. The one that is like Planner Portal. I can't remember the names of them. I actually had pulled up the spoiler page so we could talk about them. What is that one? Planner Bridge. Planner Bridge seems like a absolute staple in Commander. It seems so good. You can pull Omniscience out of your deck, put it on the library, pull any permanent you want. It seems really good. In Paradox Engine, people have been talking about combo in Standard, and I think that's the kind of combo people are thinking. It's sort of like a little bit like Jeskai Ascendancy, but different enough because it can untap mana rocks and stuff too. Yeah, the put things into play seems pretty good in Cube 2. Oh man, this hand is so close. If we had one more land... Oh, so risky. What's up, 7 Eli? I guess we gotta mulligan this. It's just too risky. Alright, well, we get some Hada Free Blades. Hopefully we get some more allies. I use Lightworks for editing, which I am used to, so I'm fine with it, but I've heard other people say it's not super great. And streaming is OBS, and recording, all that stuff is OBS. Do I think Wizards will get their act together with file names due to all the accidental spoilers this set? Probably not. This has been going on for a while now. We'll keep this. Bushwhacker is an ally. I guess we keep Bushwhacker. A little land heavy. Ooh, a Horizon Canopy over Razor Verge. That does make sense. Let's just Cavern on ally. And play a Free Blade. Our big question is going to be, do we play Hada Free Blade next turn, or do we wait so we can Bushwhack the following turn? We are playing Naya Allies today. And then hopefully some Momir at the end, if we have some time. Got to work our way through the Momir list. I think Bridge is going to be a staple in big mana strategies. It's very in EDH or Commander. I think it's very very likely a staple in every single one of those. On the other hand, it's not going to go just in every Commander deck. But if you're playing a big mana deck, Apes of Wrath, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Drop your worst card and add a land. That is actually the Brewers Minute coming out tomorrow. I go really in depth on. It's super long. It's like 15 minutes or something, which is way longer than I want Brewers Minute to be. But we go really in depth about lands and how many lands to put in your deck, and have some cool rules and like cheat sheets for how to know how many lands to put in your deck. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to check that out tomorrow on the YouTube channel, because I think it'll be helpful. Yeah, our opponent is, Brewers 15 minutes. Think about building Frontier Black-White Ally deck. Do you think it would have any value, or should I wait to get in the format to get the meta? Oh, well, Apes of Wrath, thank you. But I will be back to Blood Moon. I just can't leave it down. But we have been playing some aggressive decks lately. It's coming out tomorrow. It's coming out tomorrow, the cheat sheet on how many lands to put in your deck in the Brewers Minute. And also on the site, if you are wanting it in article form. A street I never lived on. Welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Opponent cracks Arid Mesa. Can I beat Tron with this deck? If we're fast enough. The deck can be pretty explosive. This is not an ideal draw, but Blah 800. Welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you, oh dear, for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscribe. Whoa, the subs just keep coming. Armored Shoes for the second month in a row. Seth, you are awesome. Thanks for the great content. Well, thank you, Armored Shoes, for the sub, and welcome back to the Fishbowl. And whoa, Lucafiggle, Lucifuggle, I guess that's it. Lucifuggle, welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. This is really awkward. I think we're going to lose a Hada Freeblade almost no matter what we do. Man, we're going to get so blown out right here. This is not good. We're 0-0. We just started. Card shot. Wow. More subs. Thank you for the subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Windswept Heath go. This Grim Lavamancer is so bad for us. I don't think this hand is going to beat our opponent's deck. What did Foothills? So our opponent's going to get a free kill of our Hada Freeblade, which is horrible. And then we can bushwhack our opponent for a bit. Yeah, we didn't want that point of damage. Honestly, I watch a ton of your stuff and I can't reconcile your general niceness and friendliness with the joy I get from making opponents miserable. I don't know. That's just how I grew up or learned to play Magic, I guess. Fun is a zero-sum game. Yeah, so we probably should have attacked there. Jay Zoller is here, Cracky Senior. Trying to update the Momir list as well if you're on it with Magic Online names, so we make sure no one gets line sniped. The Angel Moon deck was interesting. I don't know if Angels are the best way to build it, but it was fun. Blood Moon and big things. Oh my goodness. Our opponent must be playing like 3 matches at once, or they're watching the stream. One or the other. I don't I don't know which, but something along those lines. We'll just get a Sacred Foundry tapped. There's Lantern Scout. Well, Razorverge Thicket. Play Hada Freeblade. Gets a counter. Watch us lose by 1 point of damage that we didn't get in with our Hada Freeblade on turn 2. Bushwhacker pumps up our Freeblade outside of Grim Lavamancer range. Lantern Scout is actually really sweet if we can keep building up our board and not lose stuff. That's going to gain us a lot of life, which is going to be super helpful against Burn. I'm current paper Magic player, not on Magic Online at all. What's up, Goffredo? Not on Magic Online at all. Not sure whether to invest in Moto. Would I recommend it for Modern Standard over paper? I am a big supporter of Magic Online. It's super, super convenient. It's cheaper than playing in paper. Really convenient. You can play. I mean, it depends on your situation. If you're going to local game stores all the time and so forth, then it might be different, but so are we about to get 1 million for Wand? Most likely. This Grim Lavamancer is totally wrecking us. Cavern of Souls on Ally. What do we do here? Nice, Leon. Oh yeah, Gorilla Shaman is expensive. That's true. That's true. But overall, it's cheaper than paper to play tier decks. So what I'm expecting to happen here is we're gonna play Lantern Scout. Our opponent's going to like burn our Hada Freeblade while it's on the stack, and then Lavamancer our Bushwhacker, and then we have nothing. I don't think there's anything we can do about that. This should not be new music. I hope not. No, this is the same. I think this is the same music, hopefully. Alright, let's just survivalist. I think we're getting blown out no matter what. I'm expecting, like, Searing Blaze, probably, on Bushwhacker here. Save the Scout. We could draw a path to get rid of Grim Lavamancer, and that would make our life a lot easier. Wow. Are we actually going to get a counter? Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, well, that is not what I expected to happen. So do we just not even attack here? At 4 toughness, it's going to be hard for our opponent to kill that. Unless they combine a bolt with a Lavamancer. That's not at all what I expected to happen. Now I kind of don't even want to attack. Currently trying to brew Paradox Engine, Etherflux Reservoir. Any tips? We played a version on Against the Odds, which was fairly good, so that would be a good starting place for that combo. DCO1, welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Thing is, if we attack with this, they can just burn spell our face and eat it. I'm just going to pass. Because they could just block with Swift Spear. Now we're kind of in on this how to free blade is our main plan. Green, white? What is happening? Oh, our opponent's mistapping. Okay. They have like a Tarkus? Oh, Boros Charm. Alright. Yeah, so not attacking there I think was correct. Because they would have just blocked with Swift Spear. At least this makes our opponent use Grim Lavamancer fuel. They would have got a free kill on Bushwhacker and then still been able to kill our Survivalist. Do I believe that you can jam any tribe in Modern with Coco and it will be moderately successful? Yes. I think that that's pretty... I mean, assuming the converted mana cost is low enough, but any tribe where you can... hit most of the creatures with Collected Company. Yeah, it kind of works that way. Well, I guess it's time for Lantern Scout. Coco Kavu? Yeah, I mean, why not? Minotaurs, Soldiers, yeah, that could work. Slivers, yes, Coco Slivers also works. So pump up Free Blade. Everything gets lifelink. Get in with Free Blade. I don't know if there's enough. Wow, our opponent takes it? Okay. Opponent's down to 4. We're up to 18. We might be getting there. Another Boros Charm? Another Boros Charm is fine. Opponent untaps. Alright, here comes the Rift Bolts. I guess they can double Rift Bolt our Hada Free Blade. Oh, they're not going to do that. They Rift Bolt. Okay, so they can Rift Bolt, then Rift Bolt Free Blade, then Lavamancer. So we really need a Collected Company. Collected Company should just win us this game, most likely. If we don't draw Collected Company, things could remain sketchy. Coco Changelings. Coco Clones. That was one of the very first Against the Odds of all time. Well, we're at 18, but this Lavamancer has been really making our life miserable. Do I think this deck would be better if you replaced red with black? Zulaport and Healer from BFC seem better than red. Red really helps with the aggression because you get all the Bushwhacker effects. We get this and the Battle Singer. So Reckless Bushwhacker and Battle Singer, and I think they're pretty important to the deck. Oh, the Swift Spear is making our life so awkward. Alright. I think we're going to hold Lantern Scout. Let's play Cavern on Ally. I've been working on a standard list for a while now. Huge fan of summonings. Built this Dynavolt list. Having trouble with the sideboard. My meta is a bit artifact heavy. Any suggestions? I will have to look at it when I get a chance. Yeah, we have drawn way more lands than we really want. I think we just pass for now. I think what we're looking for is Collected Company. Ooh, Dynavolt summonings. That's pretty sweet. We need Collected Company, untap Lantern Scout. That's how we win. Opponent passes. Collected Company? Oh, sometimes you get lucky. Well, that was a draw. Oh, 20 with the Mana Dork ally is fine. Decked out cards. Welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. All right, so let's Collected Company. And we'll take Blade Master and Cabria Evangel. Get a bunch of triggers. Pro Red. Well, if our opponent didn't kill anything here, now we're in really good shape. Pumps up. X Johnny, welcome to the Fishbowl. 3rd month in a row. Thank you so much for the support and the resubscription. You could play a Vial version. I don't know if you want Vial and Collected Company. Come on. Ooh. 1, 2. That's pretty sweet. So let's play Ally Encampment. 1, 2, 3. Play Lantern Scout. And our opponent scoops it up. Sweet. We're playing Crush of Tentacles. Would you keep green-blue or play a 3rd color? I think green-blue is fine. I haven't really brewed for it since rotation, but I think that green-blue is fairly solid. It's kind of tricky to play Legacy. I mean, it's not impossible, but there's a lot of downtime, so I don't stream Legacy all that often. I've been thinking we should stream it more. Vintage is extremely hard to stream because they don't even have leagues. So you got to play like a daily event, and they're only at specific times. But Legacy we can do leagues of. Does Gideon come in here? I don't think we want Gideon here. I wouldn't expect. Okay, don't board this in because of Skullcrack. I mean, the cards I'm looking at, another Lantern Scout seems good. If we had... Man, our opponent, they got to have like, what, 1 Grim Lavamancer? I mean, we've played like Stasis before, Dwarf Rage. That's pretty trolly. Return to the ranks could be alright for our opponent. We're playing against Naya Burn here in round 1. We might not have to change much. I wish I knew how many Lavamancers our opponent had. If our opponent had a bunch, I would bring in Rest in Peace potentially. Because Lavamancer is actually super annoying against our deck. It literally can just shoot down every single thing. But we want a Lantern Scout. And then what are we going down? Take out a Path? Yeah, we played Pox. I don't think we've played Stacks. We did play Pox on stream. That was actually a lot of fun. I'll have to do another Legacy stream soon. I really love playing Legacy. It's one of my all-time favorite formats. It might be my all-time favorite format to play. Yeah, they gotta just have one, I think. We can go down to Expedition Envoy. That's fine. Let's just try it like that. I kind of want to keep in the pass. They might have Eidolon, which is also good against us. One land. Double Path. Have I messed around with Days Undoing Notion Thief? I have not. But it sounds like a sweet combo. Alright, we're going to keep this one lander. We're on the draw. Thanks for the host, Joe ABL. Bone has a Swift Spear. Hopefully we draw land. This hand has a lot of stuff that we want. Land? Maybe? Another envoy. Well, let's just Temple Garden untapped. Pass the turn. Yeah, I mean, this is... It's a risky hand. But we have removal. We have Lantern Scout, which gets us back into the game. So I don't think this is a unreasonable keep. There's Eidolon. Well, we got to kill Eidolon. Opponent gets in, 4-1. Well, let's just path Eidolon now. Doesn't matter. Hey, thank you, Maddie Deviltree. Yeah, make sure to check that out tomorrow. I think it's a good one. Little long, like I said, but it's good. What's the story behind the creation of the Goldfish website, YouTube, etc.? Well, Richard would have to tell the story of the website itself. I wasn't even... Alright, there's a land. I wasn't around for the actual beginning of the Goldfish website. Well, let's crack this. Can we get a Plains, or do we have to get red mana? We have Battle Singers and Bushwhackers. I think we can get a Plains. That's fine. And then just play Kazandu Blademaster. Hope that it does not get killed. And then we can double Expedition Envoy, hopefully into Lantern Scout. So yeah. I was around for the creation of the YouTube and all that stuff. So MTG Goldfish came around, what, 2013, I believe? Sometime around there. And that's all Richard. And then in 2014, I guess, is when Richard decided he was going to... Geez, do we have to block here? Are we just dead? Well, I guess we take it, but we're dead to a bolt. Alright, down to 4. Well, now we really need a land for Lantern Scout. Stomping Grounds. Tapped. And Rift Bolt. Not a land. Well, Expedition Envoy. Pumps up Blademaster. Expedition Envoy. Pumps up Blademaster. Get in, 4-4. Well, this is the draw. We need our opponent to draw a creature or a land. And then we need to draw a basic land, basically, to get this Lantern Scout down. Down to 1. We're dead to any spell in the deck. And it's... Wow. Well, that was a good one for our opponent. Champion of the Parish isn't an ally. I mean, we could play it because a lot of our allies are humans. But we didn't build this one. I think when we played the budget version, we had Champion of the Parish. MTG Goldfish is my full-time job. I am the content manager at MTG Goldfish. I haven't really worked much on the 5-color build of Panharmonicon lately. Alright, I mean, this is a hand. It's not a good hand. That was our opponent on a mulligan as well. Our opponent mulliganed to 6 on the play. And what was that, turn 4? They killed us pretty easily. Yes, I love my job. It is pretty awesome. I mean, that's my title as content manager. A lot of it involves making content, but I do other stuff with other people's content as well. But a lot of being a content manager, at least for me, is about making content. What would I do if I wasn't... what would I do if I wasn't working at Goldfish? Probably going to grad school, most likely. When I started working at MTG Goldfish, I had finished my bachelor's degree and was thinking of going to get a master's degree. And then I started working at Goldfish, and I really liked it, and just kind of kept doing it. Not a land. Please, not a land. 2-drop? Our opponent is definitely taking their time. Has Twitch sub revenue made a big impact on Goldfish? I mean, it's helpful. Every bit of revenue is definitely helpful at keeping the site going. But we were streaming just as much when we didn't have any revenue from it. So it's not like, I don't know, keeping the site afloat necessarily, but it is definitely helpful. I don't think this is bad, Slivers. I think this deck is actually pretty fine, but this hand isn't working out too awesomely. And our opponent's getting some very good draws. Opponent goes attacking. There's a really sad Bushwhacker. Well, play Cabria Evangel. I guess we get pro something. Yeah, maybe I should have just mulliganed this hand. Do I think blue-black summonings will be viable after Ether Revolt releases? I think it is what it is, but yeah, I mean, I imagine it'll still be around. Well, let's get in. We might just be dead again. Yeah, Slivers and Allies are very similar. Oh boy. Opponent has Searing Blaze, of course. And, well, this is pretty much the game. Good old Modern, turn 3 kills all around. Yeah, man, this hand is so bad. I mean, I guess I won't scoop, but we're dead. Play Cabria Evangel. Sure, protection from red, pass the turn. Would I run an Ondu Cleric that gains life in the sideboard? Also, Tuk Tuk Scrapper, kills artifacts. So, I could see an argument about the life gain one, maybe. Although, we have the Lantern Scout, which is kind of the idea. Wow. Alright. Well, that was not good. Well, a lot of the allies get permanent bonuses. I think that allies are a much better aggressive deck than Slivers in some ways. I mean, allies gets 1-drops that are easily 3 or 4 or 5 power on the early turns of the game. Slivers doesn't get anything like that. So I think that there are advantages for playing allies. I also think that the mana is much better. Would it be creepy to ask for hair to create an army of clones? A little bit. Well, I don't think you can play Ether Vial and Collected Company. I don't think that's a good plan. I think they weaken each other, so you go one or the other. With or without plan, welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. And we are good at getting these 4 landers. There's no poison ally, that's true. I'm not anti-Slivers by any mean. But I think that declaring allies bad Slivers is simplistic, I think. I don't think you can just call them bad Slivers, because they do have some advantages. And it's not like Slivers are tier 1 or anything either. Would you ever do a stream where you play decks that viewers submitted? Yeah. I mean, I would consider doing that. Why is Sylvan Advocate omitted? Sylvan Advocate just isn't great in Modern. It dies to Lightning Bolt, and in Modern, it's pretty unlikely that your games are going to go enough turns for Sylvan Advocate to get big. What's up, Malcolm Jr. Jr.? So it's more about the modern format than anything. It just doesn't match up very well in the modern format. What about sliver allies? Well, there's there's always that solution. Just play them both. So, yeah, turn 1 fetch. Thin out our deck a little bit. I think spoilers officially start on Monday, so we should have cards consistently starting on Monday. Soul Warden for our opponent. So, okay. So this looks like Soul Sisters of some kind. We need red mana. We'll just get a... yeah, I guess Sacred Foundry. Deck, deck, deck. Play the Windswept Heath. Pass the turn. What's up, Lex? Do we ever meet up? Not really. So, Richard and Jake and Tomer and Tom and me are all way apart from each other. So we have, I have met some, like I've met Richard in person before, but we don't regularly meet up or anything. And as far as like Tomer or Jake or Tom, I've never actually met them in person. Does anyone think that sets are coming too fast? Well, there's actually been a big gap this time between sets, so I'm very ready for Ether Revolt. We haven't had a set since September, so it's been a while. But I think overall they have sped up the supplemental product releases a lot, and I think there's a argument that it could be too fast. I think their thinking is... because I am in New York, and Anawasi. There's Genesis Chamber. We actually don't mind that. Genesis Chamber kind of combos with our Bushwhacker. Might just kill Soul Warden. I don't know if it's worth wasting our limited removal on a Soul Warden, though. I guess it gains our opponent a ton of life. The problem is if they get... Sierra Ascendant, things are really bad. I think the masterpieces in Ether Revolt are fine, considering the options. There's just not that many good options, and I think they hit most of the good ones, so I'm pretty alright with them. Yeah, so I think that with the supplemental products, there might be slightly too many. Or they could be spread out a little bit better. Improvise, it's going to depend on the specific cards. It has potential. Things that reduce the cost on... we're just going to hold it for now. Things that... well, there's another path. Things that reduce the cost on spells always has potential to be good. So I think that there's potential there, but I don't think Battle from the Bridge is good enough. No Batterskull or Skullclamp. That's true. I mean, they didn't print a ton of equipment, but I think that's fine. Overall, there weren't too many choices where I felt they were bad, considering the restriction of being artifacts. And I know they also said that they wanted to stay away from flavor fails, essentially. So, like, they wouldn't print Umezawa's Jitte even as an expedition or an invention because it's tied to Kamigawa. So I didn't realize that they were working under that restriction, but apparently they were. So just like in a normal set, they didn't want to have those flavor issues. So that narrows down. If you read over the list, they're all really generic in the sense that they could be on any plane. So with even further restrictions, it made a lot of sense. Oh man, Skullclamp would be so insane if it was in Modern. Did anyone read Seth Manfeld's article about Modern unbannings? I think... I don't know about his ideas. Some of them, Jace, yes. Bloodbraid, yes. I'm on board with those. Those are on my list of things to unban, but Jitty was on there. Marosith. Marosith, welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Big Scoops cheer for our new subscriber. So, yeah, on his list, though, was... what was the Mox? The one from Mirrodin. Why can't I think of the name now? The one where you got to imprint. Mox. Chromox. Chromox was on his unbanned list. Also, Jitte was on his unbanned list, and something else that stuck out like, oh, mental misstep. Mental misstep. Oh goodness. Some crazy possibilities. I mean, I have a ton of respect for him because he's a great Magic player, but boy, those seem like they would destroy Magic to me. Or Modern. I don't know. I mean, maybe it would slow Modern down. What we saw in the past with those cards is that everyone just plays them, and it creates this really bad, unfun subgame where you can't really play one drops, or if you do, everyone's playing mental missteps, so it becomes this game of who has the most mental missteps. You go to play your Death Shadow, and your opponent mental missteps your Death Shadow, and then you mental misstep their mental misstep, and then does your opponent have a second mental misstep to mental misstep back, and it just becomes this horrible mess of mental misstep battles, which just isn't really fun. Any chance of Mirfinity budget Magic? I think we could. I don't think the record would be insane, but I think it would be budgetable. I like the idea of maybe doing a Scepter budget Magic. I think there's other... If I was going to do a budget Magic, I would probably not play the Mirror, but play a deck built around the Scepter, maybe Silence / Dramatic Reversal plan. I think there's some cool things that can be done with that. What would I say about banning Phyrexian mana symbols in Modern? So I think that it could be an interesting idea. Phyrexian mana symbols are not great for the game. Why are you... Oh, no Battle Sphere? Yeah, there was a few people that mentioned the lack of Battle Ball, but it didn't really fit what we were doing in the deck. Maybe I should have played it anyway, but... Oh, so many lands. So many lands. Well, I guess we play Ally Encampment. Pass the turn. Scepter Silence is so sweet in some matchups, but in other matchups it's not good. So the thing is, if you ban Phyrexian mana altogether, you lose some good cards. You lose some cards that I think are fairly healthy for Modern, like Spellskite for an example. And those are cards that maybe could be printed in a way that didn't require colorless mana, or Phyrexian mana. You could have a Spellskite that just had a colorless activation cost, and that would be acceptable. So I think there's things that could be done. Alright, let's Survivalist. Opponent gains a ton of life. We get a token. So, I don't know. I think getting rid of some of the Phyrexian mana cards would be good, but I don't know if we really got to get rid of every single one. Pump up our Oran Reef. Yes, please. Will the Commander Clash playmat be coming back to the shop? So, I think the answer is yes, but I will have to check with Richard to be sure. How would Jace be okay when the meta change after a while and then he becomes broken and everyone has to pay a ton of money for 3 or 4 cards in a control deck? So my thinking with Jace is that it's the format is so fast, I'm not even convinced that Jace would be good. I don't even know if Jace would really be playable. You gotta be kidding me. Opponent monopaths. I don't know about... I don't know if it's worth killing the Soul Wardens. They're just not very threatening. Isn't it better to kill the enablers? I don't know. That was my thinking, is we would kill not the enablers, but kill the finishers that our opponent's trying to set up. The 2 new inventions are really sweet. Alright, now we'll path one because I want to surge this Reckless Bushwhacker. So, Surge Reckless Bushwhacker. We can actually get in a pretty big attack here. We could even, like, Ally Encampment and go again. I don't know if that's worth it, though. Ally Encampment. Let's just 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's attack with all but one Mirror token. Play Ally Encampment. We have way too many lands on the battlefield. This is a APAC Forest promo, I believe. Champion of the Parish for our opponent. We can always bounce Bushwhacker and do that next turn. It gets better the more creatures we get, so there's not really any rush, I guess, to start bouncing Bushwhackers. And we have life gain too if we ever draw it. So our opponent even going to attack. Oh, okay. Well, our deck, we're good at drawing lands. I will give our deck that. Paradoxical Engine, could it be broken in Vintage? Maybe? I'm not a Vintage expert by any means, so there's probably better people to ask that, but maybe? I mean, artifacts are broken in Vintage because you can ramp into them so quickly with Mishra's Workshop and so forth, so it doesn't seem impossible that it could be good in Vintage. Come on, no more lands. Oh, this deck! I told you going into the stream that this has been a very unlucky day of Magic for me, so I'm not surprised that it's continuing. That is Norin's. Oh, jeez. Oh, and our opponent gets a Norin. Okay, so, well, if the Doctor of Passwords, Rich Shea, is saying it's going to be good, then it probably will be good. I don't even think that we have too many lands. Seriously, I was playing a 21 land deck earlier today, and I was consistently, in the first 20 cards, hitting like 11 lands. And I looked it up, and that's like 4%, maybe? I did the distribution numbers on it. So it's just not being lucky, essentially. Like that's the problem. Just sometimes variance is on the wrong side. Yeah, that's Magic. Oh, opponent has another champion. Okay. Gets more mirrors. Am I crazy for flying across the country to play Grand Prix side events? I don't think that's crazy. Alright, here comes Norin. Pumps everything up, gets more tokens. Well, there's a collected company, finally. I mean, the good news is we're going to have to start drawing action because we don't have any more non-action spells in our deck. Oh, man! Our opponent is actually running very well. I think we're going to lose. I mean, Mutavault could be an option in the deck. Yeah, I mean, Soul Sisters, it's good in matchups where it's good. I don't think it's past the point of no return. Opponent searches up Legion, Loyalist, and Soul's Attendant. Plays another Soul's Attendant. Yeah, we don't really have removal. I mean, this is a aggro deck the way the deck wins is by drawing a lot of action. So that's no. Soul Sisters is probably tier 2.5, somewhere in there. Pretty low in the tier scale. Legion Loyalist for our opponent. Now we might be dead. Opponent is going to go attacking. A little bit. Well, we need this to be a pretty good collected company to stay alive. So there's collected company. Not a good collected company by any means. And our opponent has all these colorless creatures, so we can't really... I mean, I guess we get Battle Singer. Opponent gains a ton of life. We get a couple tokens. I guess our opponent could time out. I don't think they run Aetherworks Marvel. Envoy's not good, but it's good at triggering our other allies. It's very clearly the worst of our cards as a standalone card, but it's pretty good as... Seriously, the other card you drew was Path. You have to be kidding me! Oh... Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands left in our deck. Okay. Oh. Alright, so stuff comes down, triggers. Yeah, Wrath would be good. Unfortunately, there's not an ally Wrath. Yeah, I mean, we could bounce, but it doesn't really matter. Honestly, I should probably just be scooping. There's not really any way we can win from here. Yeah, Staticaster would be sweet. Also, we're not really in blue. I mean, I guess we could draw another collected company. Yeah, anything that gave -1/-1 would be good. I think everyone has their own definition of what punt means. We just got to stick in it and see if we can draw another land. Blade Master. I don't think there's any way we can win from here. All these colorless mirror tokens are actually really ruining everything. What's up, what a punt? Oh, we're just getting wrecked with allies. Happy New Year, then Nuclear Sword. Naya Allies is not even on the tier list as far as I am aware. Tier 4? I don't know. I mean, it's basically a rogue brew, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, I guess we can live another turn. I mean, like, bounce our Bushwhacker. Surge our Bushwhacker. Get a much more triggers and tokens. Yeah, mini gun mad. Zergo, eh? Zergo, splendid. Wow. There's some spicy stuff going on in that list. It's like a storm deck with Zergo. And Splendid Reclamation and World Slayer. That's interesting. I can say I've never seen those cards in a list together before. I don't think we can win this either. But we can survive another turn. And you never know. If we drew, like, Collected Company into Collected Company into Collected Company, then we could potentially win. We're also really far ahead on time, so we don't really have a motivation to concede at this point. Our opponent's playing a really slow deck and playing it pretty slowly. So there's not really a good reason for us to just scoop, I don't think. Just drop and go with Panharmonicon. I don't think this is anywhere near as bad as it's looking right now. And we get a free attack with Blade Master. We could put our opponent all the way down to 80 something. Opponent takes it. Gets back Norin, gets a bunch more triggers. Yeah, if we got our lifelinker, especially if we hit like Collected Company into our lifelinker, that could change everything. And our opponent can't just kill us. If they attack us, we eat a bunch of their stuff. Blade Master is big enough to kill any of their things. And tokens are just, they're still going. So I don't think it's impossible that we could win this game. I don't think it's likely, but it's not 100% impossible. You made a Knowledge Pool? Oh yeah, I made a Knowledge Pool lock deck for Modern. That was a fun deck. So our opponent's just going to attack with Norin. Yeah, this game is getting This game is getting ridiculous. I think my light just fell over. That's not good. Alright, so opponent's getting up to 100 life. Well, I don't think we've seen its true power yet, Timothy. Come on, draw. Ooh, alright. Cabria Evangel. Blinks Norin. Not a lifelinker. Are we dead next turn? 10, 11, 12, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 tokens? How many creatures do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I think we're still not dead. Have I done Against the Odds Spellweaver Helix? We played Spellweaver Helix in... What was the card now? It wasn't a Spellweaver Helix Against the Odds. Worldfire Against the Odds. It was one of the main cards in Worldfire Against the Odds. Well, let's get in for 6. We can get our opponent back under 100. We're going to need Collected Company to have any shot of getting back in this game. Norin comes back, gets our opponent some more tokens. Oh, this match. We don't have trample effects. We do have lifelink effects. Whoa! Opponent's going for it. Now they have to stack all their Norin triggers. That's reason enough not to play not to play Norin. Okay. So how do we block in the most reasonable way possible? So mirror on mirror. Oh, this combat. There. Are we dead? I thought I counted and we weren't quite dead. We also are slow rolling this path. Eat that. Eat that. Eat that. Eat that. Eat that. Okay, and we drop to 1. Okay. Oh, safe passage would be something. I think we actually come out of this in okay shape. And our opponent loses their life gain. We actually have more creatures than our opponent. Well, sort of. Norin comes back. We do need to keep drawing creatures, or we're going to have problems. Ooh, it's a collected company! Oh my goodness, we got a chance. It's not over yet. We're just going to main phase this collected company. Norin gets exiled. They have 100. It's 105 to 1, but we're getting there. It's not over until we are dead. Come on, Lifelinker. Yeah, this game has gotten crazy. No Lifelinker. Well, let's just take Survivalist and Survivalist. Well, we get a bunch of triggers. Oh, this match. It is getting super ridiculous. Normally I would have scooped a long time ago. But this game actually has turned out to be kind of interesting. And we still have more collected companies to draw into. And if we ever draw our Lifelinker, we suddenly gain a ton of this back. Watch our opponent just bolt us. That's what they have, is a bolt. So we get in for 7. We have plenty of blockers. Opponent's down to 90, down to 98. Past the turn. We are fighting the good fight. We're not giving up. We could get there. It's not officially over yet. Our opponent's finally drawing some lands. They can't kill us. They can't attack with Norin and keep getting tokens. But they still don't have enough to kill us, and we still have... Oh, there it is! That's Lantern Scout! That's what we were waiting for. We're going to make a comeback. It's going to happen. Yes! Oh, my God. We're going to come back from 105 to 1. Oh, it is not over yet. So we're going to gain a ton of life back. Yes, we're back to 21, and our opponent's all the way down to 78. And now every time we play an ally, we get lifelink. Opponent has a Pride Mate, but we've been holding this path forever. They went on that big attack, and they couldn't win. They were like a point of damage short. And now they might just lose. If we just keep drawing allies, now we're the one. There's how to free blade. Play free blade. Now we're the one that's gaining massive chunks of life every turn. We have turned the corner. Everything gets lifelink. Oh, and our opponent scoops it up. Wow! Whoa! And everyone gave up on that game so soon. Oh, 105 to 1. Oh. Yes. Wow. Well, for everyone that says, "Oh, you scooped too early," I guess this is a good example because whoo, it was my first instinct just to scoop and give up on that game, but we got there. Holy. Whoo. Well, if that's the only game we win for this entire league, I will be relatively happy. Whew. All right. How do we sideboard about this? I don't know if I've ever been down over 100 life to 1 and came back and won. I'm pretty sure that has never happened. And we really would have. It's not like our opponent just scooped for no reason. I think at that point we were extremely favored to win that match because we were going to gain 30 life every turn, essentially. Wow. All right, so what do we want and what do we not want? Lantern Scout was pretty key that game. Fire Mantle Mage is interesting. Makes their opponent block with 2 creatures. Do we want to fight over that? Yeah, I guess we can go down Envoy. It gets blocked by all the 1-powered stuff, which isn't good. Kataki is interesting. Kataki can keep all the artifact tokens in check. So Grudge, Kataki, Gideon's. Also, if we're going long, Lead the Stampede is relatively interesting. Cabria Evangel isn't super exciting because our opponent has those artifact tokens. Maybe something like this? We got the Grudge. I don't know if I want to bring in more than 1 artifact destruction spell. I don't know about Pay No Heed. Let's go Gideon, the other Lantern Scout. Yeah, let's try it like this. If this doesn't work, we'll bring in Stampede in game 3, perhaps. Ooh, alright. This is actually just a realistic good draw for our deck. 1-drop, 2-drop, maybe 3-drop, Path to Exile to back it up. This is about what we're looking for. And an Evangel. So, how to Free Blade. We got there. I can't believe we got there. Our opponent was at 105 life. We were at 1. And we managed to get back. Oh, that was a ridiculous game. Opponent has... Ooh, I don't know if our opponent should have played Genesis Chamber there. Kind of feels like that's going to benefit us more than it benefits our opponent. So, Blade Master... We get a mirror, and we just go beatdowns. Could I suggest some cards for this budgety deck? So let's see. Always yield. Always yes. Always yield. Always yes. Always. Alright, we're playing allies right with the always yes. Alright, so let's get in for 2. Yeah, I'm surprised our opponent played Genesis Chamber here. It's good when our opponent's comboing off, but right now it just feels better for us and our opponent. And we have Lantern Scout next turn. Whoa! So our opponent have a 1-drop? Alright, there's Soul Warden. That makes sense. So our opponent's getting some mirror. We probably are going to path the Soul Warden this time. Maybe even just overplaying Lantern Scout. Yeah, let's get rid of Soul Warden. Play a turn slower. Hey, what's up, SRC Squan? Hey, good night, XR5X. Yeah, you got to see what I'm sure is the greatest game of this stream, so do some attacking. Chump block mode already? Okay. Play Windswept Heath. And Pestered. We were merely dead last game. Did they not find a land? Oh, combo. Well, probably gonna have to kill this mentor too. That can just draw our opponent too many cards. Yep. Alright, so Path Mentor. All out of removal. I feel like Cavern of Souls was a mistake to print. Feels broken, too good against control. We have a new subscriber, Sandstorm846. 5 months in a row. I'm not sure how you've been subbed so long either, but definitely appreciate it. Welcome back to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our re-subscriber. So Cavern is definitely punishing. Whether it's really too good, I don't know. It is pretty punishing, especially in Standard. In older formats, I don't know. Control is very powerful in like Legacy and older formats, so maybe it's okay for those formats. I probably should have played Lantern Scout, but Cabria Evangel also works. Yeah, I don't think we've had the ability to subscribe for 5 months. Somehow. I think it's been more like 3. Hey, good luck at F&M, Leon. Opponent jumps. Down to 15. Pass the turn. There's a Soul Attendant. Well, that helps our opponent, and we are out of paths. So, opponent gains some life. We should be able to gain a big chunk of life, though. Ooh, Pridemate 2. That's a combo. Luckily, we have Cabria Evangel. Pridemate up to a 5/5. Ally Encampment. Well, 1, 2, and 3. Play Lantern Scout. Alright. Everything gets lifelink. Opponent keeps growing their stuff. Pro White. What's up, Zach Eggs? So, Pro White from Evangel. Do some attacking. Opponent blocks. And blocks. Well, we're actually gaining more life than than the Soul Sisters game. There aren't any Flash allies, but we do have Collected Company. If our opponent has a creature, we're probably going to kill a Genesis Chamber. If they don't, then we probably won't. Luckily, we have all these mirror to chump this Ajani's Pridemate. Makes it kind of easy. Opponent attacks, so we chump. Yeah, I don't think we're going to try to trade. We draw land. We'll play Thicket. Do a bit of attacking. Opponent blocks. And blocks. Okay. Well, until our opponent plays a creature, there's not really any rush on grudging, because it actually benefits us when we play creatures. So, right now we have enough mana, we can just kind of leave up mana, and if our opponent ever plays it, grudge then. And if they don't play a creature, we could draw a creature, so we might as well leave up the possibility of drawing a creature and getting some more tokens. Opponent takes it, down to 15. That's interesting about the Storm Scale, because they just printed them in Battle for Zendikar. Opponent, poor opponent. They decide to leave back their Ajani's Pridemate, and we draw another ally. So now we get some more tokens. And this is probably just the game, actually. So our opponent gains a couple life. Pumps up their Pridemate. Evangel, pro-white. Evangel... Ride down, yeah. I guess we'll go red with the second one, in case they have a bolt. And do some attacking. Opponents, are they dead? Down to 3. We're up to 42. We've flipped the tables on the Soul Sisters deck. We're the ones gaining all the life. These matches have went a lot longer than I would have imagined. And there's the GGs from the opponent. Wow, that was... Well, that second match went a lot smoother. That first... Or the second game. That first game was absurd. Wow, things look so bad. Well... I imagine that could have been... I imagine that's what's going to be the best game of the entire stream. If we attacked with the Lantern Scout there, they could have double blocked with mirror tokens and killed it. I don't know if that would have... Maybe that would be fine anyway. Ooh. Ooh. See, our hands are improving. These are the kind of hands we want to see with the ally deck. These are exactly... These are the hands. So we got 1-drop, double 2-drop, Battle Slinger. This is exactly what we're looking for. Good Instincts. Welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Big Scoops here for our new subscriber. I mean, what we want most is Cocos, but barring Cocos, this is a really good start for our deck. Pestern. When is the next against the odds? So we just had an against the odds today, which was Mirror Infinite to Mirror Affinity and beyond. So we had one today. The next one would be about a week from today, actually. Alright, so Razorverge Thicket, and... yeah, let's just Blade Master. Always yield, always yes. Well, are we possibly fast enough to race Infect? That's the question of this match. So opponent's down to 16. All we can really do is keep attacking and hope that it's enough. So we can, next turn, Free Blade and Battle Singer. Actually in the other direction, because this doesn't give our other allies haste, but it itself has haste. Oh, this isn't even Infect. It's like Bant. Alright, so ally encampment. Play a Battle Singer. Pumps up everyone. This is the fast ally start we're looking for. Everyone pumps. And then how to Free Blade. Everyone pumps some more. Always, yes, always. Okay. So we're hitting for a ton. 6, 12, and 3. Opponent has a click. Okay. So they can take our survivalist. Oh, they're going to go after themselves. I have no idea what our opponent's playing. Yeah, the triggers are plentiful. Click reveals a click, gets rid of a click. Blocks. Sure. Well, that's turn 3 and our opponent's at 4. We actually were pretty close to a turn 3 kill. So when our deck runs well, it's it can get the turn 3 kills just like the best decks in Modern. There's a Pride Mage. Pride Mage doesn't look like it's enough. Cracks Misty down to 3. Yep. And Birds. So our opponent's just on like chump block mode. We just got off to such a fast start. Well, Temple Garden, untapped. Survivalist, pumps the dorks. Our opponent's actually going to have to chump block with everything. That is not what our opponent's hoping for. Yeah, I think this is Nightfall. And play another one. Makes all of our threats lethal. Wow. Well, this is, I guess, the ally nut draw. These are the draws that we've been wanting. No Coco, but so good. Deck pumps more than Arnold. Alright, so we attack with everything. Unless our opponent has a Path of Hierarch mana, they have to triple chump. And that's pretty much game. This isn't really a budget deck because the mana base. So there's the triple jump.
All of you go ahead and eat. I'm going to lie down.
No path? I mean, even if our opponent get... Oh, they do have a path. Path's the Blade Master. Alright. We get another land. Even if our opponent gets out of this, how do they win? Now we have 4 lethal threats. I don't think this deck has a Wrath. What are they going to play that gets them out of this? And our opponent scoops it up. Whoo! Alright, that's what we were looking for. Yeah, Champions of the Parish and Thalia's Lieutenant are interesting options because essentially all, well, most of the allies are also human. So you can kind of make a human ally hybrid. So what's our opponent playing? You think this is Nightfall? Is that what it looks like? That was the first game of that match, yeah. Hey, see you, Lex. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back next year, I guess, with another one. Pay no heed. So that stops the big night. Lead the Stampede is card advantage. Wear Tear kills. This kills the Coral Helm command. Either Nightfall or Infect deck that has my luck. Oh, Rest in Peace is interesting. Well, thank you, Michael Sky. You're a cool dude, too. We're 1-1 right now, and we're up a game in this match. We brought Gideon in once. We never drew it, but we did bring it in. Yes, Xeno Weasel. That's how it works. You never need more than 4 copies of a card on Magic Online. Once you have your 4 copies, you can have it in 1,000 decks at the same time. In Modern and Legacy, whatever format it's legal in. So you never, ever need more than 4 copies of a card on Magic Online. which is super convenient, especially like for Commander. So nice for Commander. You buy a Solemn Simulacrum, you don't have to unsleeve it and put it in a new deck, or buy 5 Solemn Simulacrums for each of your decks. Oh, you're welcome, Telgus. So that part of Moto is awesome. Maybe we just run it back. We don't want to dilute our deck too much. We still want to be aggro. Let's just run it back and get more of a sense of what our opponent's doing. Okay. Well, thank you, Brom Bomber. Breeding pool for our opponent. Yeah, if you're playing Relentless Rats, that's an exception to the rule. I think I told the story before about how I tried to build a deck with like 250 Shadowborn Apostles, and I like literally couldn't get them. I was trying to buy them like 4 at a time because bots have limits on how many you can buy. So I was trying to buy four from a million different bots. Hellevault Gaming, new subscriber, welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. I think it's actually like maybe 27 or something, what a punt. They were promos that they gave away. Jeez. There were promos that they gave away for, I don't remember what. Some sort of pre-release event. Fate Reforged pre-release event. Well, let's play Expedition Envoy. Here comes the Queller, I assume. Yep, we've been quelled. Play Windswept Heath, Pestered. Yeah, it's not that easy to get as many as you as you want. Because normally you don't need more than 4, so bots are set up to keep you from like speculating and buying a ton of them, which makes sense. But in the specific case of Relentless Rats or Shadowborn Apostle, it's a little different. We need white mana in case we draw Path. I guess just Temple Garden is fine. Oh, you're welcome, Hellevault Gaming. Glad it's been helpful. There's a Path. Well, let's play Ally Encampment. Play Cabria Evangel. Oh, dear. Oh, man. Double Spell Queller is not good. That is probably going to beat us. We don't have a good answer for double Spell Queller. Oh, awesome, Flex. Yeah, the flash sales are really sweet when they work out. Get some good savings. Opponent gets in. And a Wolf Run. Well, there's a Plains. Let's try this again. Cabria Evangel. Will it finally resolve? Yes. So, pro green, I guess. Pumps up Freeblade. Get in for 2. Oh, whoa! Man, that is about the ideal draw for our opponent. Yeah, we're pretty dead. Alright, well, I think what we gotta do is path this Spell Queller. Cavern of Souls does not protect from Spell Queller because it doesn't actually counter the spell. So let's let us get back another Cabria Evangel and give our stuff pro-white to kill the Spell Queller. So as much as a blowout this could have been, it actually turned out to be pretty good in our favor. So pro-white. Opponent's Exile Spirit, sure. We're gonna need more paths or lifelink, most likely, to not just die to these spell quellers. Opponent gets in 4/4. They don't have red mana for Wolf Run. We don't have many flyers, which is bad. Do I ever do a deck build on stream? We've done it a couple times, but not too often. But I would like to do it again. Or mostly like tuning a deck after we played with it, kind of improving it based on the errors. I don't know if we've ever built one from scratch. And there's a War Monk. That's a lot of stuff. Come on, Collected Company. Blade Master. Alright, play Blade Master. Pumps up our stuff. We're still just going to die to Spell Quellers, though. We might just be dead to Spell Quellers next turn. And we can't really kill our opponent. I mean, we play Selfless Spirit. Our opponent's just drawn so many flyers in this game somehow. Temple Garden untapped. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So we have to chump? Oh, this feels so bad. Oh, and that doesn't even save us, because our opponent can Reliquary for a land. So I think we're just dead. Yup. Alright. Huh. Can anyone explain the Theros gods, Ben? There's a lot of hams. Can anyone explain the Theros gods, Ben? Enchantment and creature. Something. Like something that reduces mana. I can't see your quote because we're being hammed. Oh, this is, well, welcome, loading ready raid. Oh, there's a lot of ham in here tonight. You came in, came in just in time to see us get beat. Well, welcome, ham fans. What was the question about the Theros gods? Someone asked a question about the Theros gods, and then we got hammed. We got hammed hardcore. That was, I've never been hammed like that before. Well, maybe we'll have to get back at loading ready at some point when they least expect it. Pass that message along, Raiders. Oh, we're not gonna forget. Alright. The question is, can anyone explain the Theros gods, Ben? Enchantments and creatures, like if something says it reduces mana cost on creatures by 1, does it affect the gods? And in what zones are they creatures and are they not? So, found a place in Modern for Fateful Showdown? That's sweet. Going well, Weber. So, the gods are enchantments unless there are enough mana symbols on the battlefield, and then they're creatures, but only on the battlefield. So even if you had a bunch of mana symbols on the battlefield, oh, maybe LRR just went off. Even if you had a bunch of mana symbols on the battlefield, it wouldn't really, it wouldn't be a creature when it was on the stack or when it was in your hand. So something that said counter target creature spell wouldn't be able to hit it. But once it's on the battlefield, I think we just got to be aggro. Am I explaining this incorrectly? No, but aren't they enchantments? Oh. Maybe I'm totally butchering this. Popper R bust. All right. Well, apparently, oh man, this hand is so good, but we don't got lands. Oh, double collected company. Okay, I'm wrong. Disregard. They're creatures all the time. I said it backwards. All right, we still have double collected company. My bad. Well, we got to put triple collected company to the bottom, I guess. So let's hot a free blade. Well, if we can get the lands for collected company, life is probably awesome. Come on, deck. Give us lands. Looks like our opponent has a Noble Hierarch. Gonna have to shock themselves to play it, though. Alright, Noble Hierarch down. There's a land. Well, Sacred Foundry, untapped. Play Selfless Spirit. Get in 4-1. My janky Coalition victory, bring to light deck, uses some of the gods like Keranos as alternate win condition. Alright, well, we'll get back at LR at some point. If not tonight, we'll get him next time. That's true, I do not play God Commander. And apparently I misunderstood how the gods worked. A deck idea for the future, Soulfire Grandmaster tokens, Blasphemous Act, and Aetherflux Reservoir. Ooh, that's spicy. I like that idea. Okay. Ooh, alright, Tireless Tracker isn't too threatening. So ally or land, no matter what we draw, we're pretty happy. There's a collected company. No allies yet, but let's get in with Selfless Spirit. Opponent's down to 13. Pass the turn. And hopefully these collected companies are going to take us to victory. We got to dodge Spell Quellers and such, but have I tried Mirror Entity at the top end of the curve? Seems more consistent and easier on the mana than Bushwhacker. I have not. This is the first games I played with this deck, or the ones we've been playing on stream. Opponent plays an Ooze. Well, it looks like the coast should be clear. Cavern of Souls on ally. So let's just main phase this collected company. Ooh, alright. Let's go Cabria Evangel and Lantern Scout. Put the rest to the bottom. That worked out pretty well. So now we get to start gaining life, which is super sweet. So, Hot a Free Blade, gonna jump up to a 3-4? Does our opponent have a path in all this? They do. They're gonna path the Free Blade. Okay, we'll get a Plains. Well, there goes our Free Blade plan. We get some lifelink, get in with Selfless Spirit, and we get to do it again next turn. Why don't MTG pros and content producers make paid appearances at local game stores? They could make extra money for them in the store and let people play, ask questions with famous personalities. That's a pretty cool idea, actually. Weber33, welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Opponent gets in with Tireless Tracker. Down to 12. And passes. We get ally encampment. Well, let's just go attacking with everything. I think our opponent has collected company, but I think that that's fine. Opponent blocks. Just takes it? Okay, down to 7. Well, pass the turn. We don't want to get Spell Quellered, is the main concern. Opponent cracks Windswept Teeth. Down to 6. Yeah, this is game 3 of match 3. Because we're 1-1. This is match 3. What's the music I used during the Against the Odds mirror combo? That was Weisiger. Opponent has Collected Company. Well, let's see what our opponent hits. Spell Queller and Spell Skite. Well, now we will Collected Company. Get Survivalist and do we want Envoy? Envoy pumps Survivalist to 3/3. Yeah, let's get Envoy. Not a great Coco. Alright, auto yield to Evangel, pro blue, doesn't really matter. Our opponent's tapped down. Survivalist gets pumped up. We're pretty close to winning. And we always have the option to block and bounce if we need to now. And if we can get this Lantern Scout down, things look really good. Still waiting for some Frontier videos, even if it's recorded in person or something. So I know me and Richard are still planning on playing a Frontier match at some point. So I know that's still on the docket, so to speak. Man, this is going to be pretty close, actually. Opponent passes. Do we want to bounce Expedition Envoy? Let's not. Ooh, that's Battle Singer. All right. This might do it. So, play Battle Singer. Pumps everything up. So we go pro green. And then Lantern Scout for lifelink. Alright, opponent has a path. We get another land. Comes down. Pumps everything up. Does this win us the game? Pro blue. And that should do it. Our opponent can only block with Spell Sky. We have 3 attackers. And that should be the game. Moving on to 2-1. Squeaking by. Opponent blocks. Yep. I mean, I guess I could have another path. I guess I haven't scooped yet. That's not impossible, I guess. And our opponent scoops it up. Whoo! Alright, sweet. On to 2-1 with Naya allies. These games have not been as crazy fast as I imagined. Should have pro white for path. Yeah, I guess we should have. Although if they had path, they would have been able to do it in response anyway. So I don't think it would have changed if they had path. We attacked with everything we could. Or we didn't attack with our flyer because it didn't have protection, so our opponent would have just been able to block with Spell Queller. All right, allies getting there. Wow. On the play. Yeah, we might be getting a treasure chest tonight. I think we got a mulligan this one. Oh boy. Well, going to 5. So much for treasure chest land. Well, as far as five card hands go, this isn't the worst I've ever seen. Hot a free blade, go. Yeah, and our one lander was Cavern, so we couldn't even cast Path off of it, which was one of the bigger issues. Ooh, our opponent's playing Control. Well, Ally Encampment. Play Survivalist. This probably means our opponent has a ton of removal, which could be pretty bad, especially with us being low on cards in hand. So we get in for 2. We could still get there on the Mold of 5. Having Collected Company helps. Glacial Fortress. Okay. Does our opponent have Path? Not yet. Land? Battle Singer. Alright, well, let's Battle Singer. Come on, no Spell Snare. Oh, okay, Path. Path is better than Spell Snare, because this gets us towards our Collected Company. So we got to get our Forest. Battle Singer pumps up our Dorks. Lets us keep attacking. Get in for 6. Not bad on the Mold of 5. Yeah, the deck has been doing all right. We lost round 1, but things have been shaping up. Wall of Omens for our opponent. Oh, man. If we get a land for Coco? I don't even know. Ooh. Well, that works. Let's just Cabria Evangel. Get protection from Wall of Omens. Or white. Cracky, it's looking less likely since we still have 2 games to go. We'll have to see. If the games wrap up real quick, there's a possibility, but I wouldn't count on it tonight. There's Supreme Verdict. Land? Man, multiple Collected Companies. What do I think about Relentless Dead and Mono Black Devotion in Modern? I'm not a huge fan of it, but I've seen people playing it. Well, there's a tap land. Let's get in with Expedition Envoy. Oh, boy. Opponent has Restoration Angel. Oh, yup. Oh, man. Well, we came close on our Mold of 5, but now I got a feeling we're just going to get countered out of Oblivion. Or into Oblivion. Opponent attacks. Well, we got some Collected Companies. What do I think of Become Immense in general? The card is really powerful. Very, very strong. Possibly too strong. Another Restoration Angel? Okay. Well, maybe our opponent has no counters. I would not count on that. So we're taking 6. Yeah, they definitely have counters. Alright, end of turn. We try a Collected Company. The problem is we just lose to Celestial Colonnade. Ooh, alright. Well, double Blade Master. So now we actually have a chance of just winning. Huh. Alright, I do not know what's in our opponent's hand. There's a path. We draw planes. Well, 1, 2, 3. Well, play the land. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Collected Company. No Selfless Spirit where? Or no, where no company where? I'm so confused. You got more removal, opponent? Ooh, they just have to chump! Our opponent's in chump mode with Colonnade? Alright. Well, we are no longer dead. We might actually be winning on the Multi-5. Collected Company is so powerful. Okay. We'll take our beats. Down to 3. Cracks Flooded Strand. Oh, our opponent still had 2 mana up, so our opponent would have been able to counter anyway if they had it. Alright, let's see. So, that's number 3, Collected Company. Oh, oh my God! All right. Well, there's the draw for our opponent. They peeled it. Sir Megadello, welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Big Scoops cheer for our new subscriber. So what do you think the pun is there? We were dead anyway, though. I mean, pre-combat, post-combat, we'd still be dead. Why should I have seen Cryptic coming? Well, we'd still be dead, though. So our opponent peels a Cryptic. Right. Opponent top. Our opponent would have just tapped our creatures and then we lose. Even if we wait, like, we still lose. Our creatures are still tapped out and we lose. We don't have flyers, so we still, even if we waited, like, we'd be able to resolve Collected Company. I think that the scenario you're saying, yeah, our opponent top deck, they're 1 out. Probably have 2 of them in their deck. We don't have 2 spirits, though. We only have 2 selfless spirits in our deck. And 1 was on the battlefield being tapped down by Cryptic Command. Oh, boy. Alright, well, let's bring in Gideons and lead the Stampedes and return to the ranks. We do not have much removal, unfortunately. Alright, fair enough. I guess that's true. I guess there's some 1% chance where that could have mattered. On the other hand, we could have went to combat, attack like that, and then our opponent has, I don't know, double path to exile or something and kills our stuff. And then things go wrong because we didn't play it, or a single path to exile, and we end up damage short. So, I don't know. I think that there's things to look at on both sides as far as how that is concerned. Because we didn't have like a million lethal threats. Didn't our opponent have 2 cards in hand? Didn't they have 1 in hand afterwards? When... Alright. Well, maybe we should have done it later. I think it's very unlikely that it would have mattered, but maybe it was correct to do it later. We'll just go like this. Well, they would have they would have cryptic before if they had it too. So I'm saying our opponent top decked, you know? There's no way our opponent just lets multiple collected companies resolve if they have a collected company in hand. That's just, there's no way that would have happened. So our opponent obviously top decked a card that mattered. That's the bottom line, is our opponent top decked it. Opponent has an island. Well, let's just Razor Verge and Blade Master, pump up our dorks. Get in for 2. Well, 2 damage wouldn't have... 2 damage wasn't the difference in the game either. Let's just play another Blade Master. Does our opponent have a mana leak or something? Remand? We have had a free blade. We have both. Ooh, man. We just might be able to close this one out quick if our opponent is stumbling on their draw a little bit. So get in for 6. Put our opponent to 12. And our opponent scoops it up. Well, that was pretty good. Our opponent had a really bad hand there, so that's part of it. Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch it. I believe our opponent had 2 cards in hand, but maybe I'm misremembering it. So I'll have to go back and watch it at some point. But I guess I should have played the collected company at a later point. This is interesting. Not very aggressive, but return to the ranks is good. What do you think about Ether Vials for this build? So, I think that you can play Ether Vial or you can play Collected Company, but I don't think you can play... I don't think you can play both, because they weaken each other is the main problem. Well, crack this, get red mana. Yeah, we'll get Stomping Ground, tapped. Cavern is nice. Let's play Cavern on Ally. And now our opponent can't counter our stuff, which is sweet. And we'll just Battle Singer. Get in some easy damage. So opponents down to 18. They do have this Ancestral suspended that we want to be aware of. That's going to be drawing our opponent a bunch of cards at some point. Ooh, that's a Gideon. Alright, so Razor Verge Thicket, and we might as well just play a Cabria Evangel, I guess? Man, Lead the Stampede would be so sweet if it was an instant, but alas, it is not. Might as well go pro-white for Path. Get in for 2. So next turn, our opponent's going to refill their hand. There's Flooded Strand. Oh, are we going to get down to Gideon, though? Are they just going to Wrath? There's the Wrath. Well, the Wrath feels bad, but it feels much less bad now that we slam a land and drop the Ally Planeswalker, Gideon, Ally of Zendikar. Hey, see you, Cracky Senior. Have a good night. I haven't forgotten about you. You are still on the list. for Momir, so don't worry, we'll get to it. Have a wonderful new year, by the way. Oh, opponent has Detention Sphere. Okay, Detention Sphere is annoying. And a tap land. Well, now I think we gotta lead the Stampede. Refill our hand. Hopefully. Not too much. Geez, that was pretty bad. Well, we get 2 isn't horrible, but we can't play anything? That Detention Sphere got us pretty good. Pass the turn. At least our allies are uncounterable. That's pretty helpful. What's the meanest commander deck I've played? I actually don't know what the meanest commander deck I've ever played is. Opponent has Flooded Strand. Sacred Foundry. Alright, let's... Path Kitchen Finks. Play a Survivalist? Actually, maybe we just play Survivalist normally. Let's play Sacred Foundry untapped. Play Survivalist. Resolves. And Surge a Bushwhacker. Oh, I've definitely run into super salty people from time to time. It definitely happens. So we get in the big hit for 9? Opponent has another path. So grab a plains. Opponent's down to 10. Alright, pass the turn. Opponent cracks Flooded Strand. Hopefully they don't have a Rev. Sphinx's Revelation could be bad. We only have one ally we can get back at the moment. Opponent Ghost Quarters. Alright, get a plains. And we draw another Cavern. Cavern on ally. And then let's just Cabria Evangel. And pro white. Go attacking. Alright, opponent has Cryptic, taps us down. Pass turn. Alright, another Sphinx for our opponent. Only 2 cards in hand, though. And 2 is not very many. And we haven't even drawn a Collected Company. That's a land. Alright. Let's Lantern Scout. Everything pro white. My mouse is not wanting to work for some reason. There we go. Lifelink. Do we return to the ranks? I guess it's not lethal. Yeah, let's just attack. We can use return to the ranks next time. I have never played Canadian Highlander. I've heard of it, and it sounds pretty cool, but I've never played it. Alright, opponent, what do you have? Whoa! Opponent's going to get frisky with Colonnade? What do they have? They must have another Cryptic. That's the only thing that makes sense here. Should we just attack then? I don't want to get yelled at for misplaying this now. We can just go to combat, I guess. And no Cryptic either. Resto! Oh! Oh! We are so... Oh my goodness! Well, that's what we get for not playing things pre-combat. Game losses. Hey, give yourselves a punt on that one, because all of you said to just attack, and that was after the last game where you guys said you shouldn't have played stuff pre-combat. I didn't want to get in trouble again, so I wanted to listen to the chat. So keep that in mind, that if there was punting... Alright, so that's Battle Singer. Pumps up our stuff. Alright, so do we just, Huh. Now I think we have to do this. And now our opponent probably has Cryptic. Alright, there's a big attack. Oh, and our opponent gave us the GGs. Whoo! Oh my goodness. Wow! Oh, I thought we ruined it. I thought we lost our chance. Well, we are 3-1 after our first round loss. And it's not really your fault, chat. I'm the one playing, so there was definitely some issues there. We probably could have won. So, all right, we're up to 3-1 with our ally deck, and it looks like we're going to be able to close out the new year with some treasure chests. One more round in our league. This league is taking longer than I thought. I thought this was going to be super fast, but it's not. What's up, Stitches? The chat giveth and the chat taketh away. Lessons in Streaming 101. Thank you, chat. Just for that, we'll open our treasure chest. Yeah, you missed an insane comeback. Super insane comeback. If it's a punt, it's my fault. If we win, then you all get the credit. Aye. We probably get a mulligan this. As much as I like Collected Company, I can't imagine that this deck can keep hands with nothing shorter than nothing below 3 mana. Alright, well, I guess this is sort of better. We'll keep the plains. At least we got a path now. That's something. Yeah, Sahelia is really sweet. So if we win this one, we actually get 3 treasure chests with the 4-1. So close. One more round from some sweet, sweet treasure chests. Is this another control deck? Jeskai control, most likely. Just can't get away from these Cabrilla Evangels. Oh boy, think twice. Yeah, this is control to the max. Well, I'll give you credit, Jay Zoller. I appreciate that comeback. It was pretty sweet. Let's crack our Windswept Heath. Get a Stomping Grounds, I guess, is fine. Well, collected companies are good. Well, let's crack. Get a Plains. And I guess we're just running this Cabrilla Evangel out there. Doesn't feel great, but what else are we going to do? The game 1 against Soul Sisters was insane. We were down 105 life to 1. And we managed to actually come back and win the game and the match. Move concede game to the bottom menu? I'm not 100% sure what you mean. Alright, opponent. Flash is back, think twice. That's a good quote, Little Planeswalker. I like that one. Alright, let's get in with Cabrilla Evangel. Oh, opponent pass. Okay. I'm oddly okay with this, because I want to start collected companying. Let's play a Blade Master. I expect our opponent has to have 1,000,000 counters. I would love to draw a Cavern of Souls. Yeah, there's a Spell Snare. But at least Collected Company allows us to start pressuring our opponent at instant speed, or like getting creatures in response to a Think Twice. Stuff like that. And we could get a Selfless Spirit for protection against Wraths. There's a Colonnade. Alright, Razor Verge, Thicket, and pass the turn. This kind of telegraphs we have Collected Company, but... Another land for our opponent. We can't really do anything about Sphinx's Revelation. Untapped. Another path. Alright, pass turn. What plans do I have for New Year's? Ooh, Torrential Gearhulk. For... Alright, so we let Torrential Gearhulk resolve. This is actually pretty easy and sweet. So Torrential Gearhulk resolves. Target Spell Snare, can't cast it. Now we get to resolve a Collected Company. Get Blade Master and Survivalist. Get a bunch of triggers. So I think I'm going over to a party that's one of my friends is hosting on New Year's. Oh no. Oh no. Not always no. Always yes. Okay. Woo! I almost did always no to... I almost did always no to our Oran Reef Survivalist. And now we'll just path this Gearhulk. Yeah, I figured we'd get a window if we waited where we'd be able to resolve it, when if we just tapped out on our opponent's end step, they'd most likely just counter it, and then we didn't really get any value. But sooner or later, our opponent, I figured, would tap out, and we'd be able to get rid of it. Why can't I... Okay. There we go. Now I have this huge exile zone. Moto, what are you doing to me? There we go. I didn't even know you could pop out the exile zone. Sweet, I guess. Well, let's go attacking. Hopefully get in some damages. Now I can't see. There we go. How do I get it to go back in? Okay. Thank God Exile Zone's finally gone. Alright, Snapcaster Mage for Path? Alright, we'll let this go. That's true, our hand does still have a lot of gas, which is very good. Surprising amount of gas for a control matchup. Alright, get a planes. Your Uncle Sam, yeah, we kind of decided to end the Loot Crate sponsorship because some of the audience had less than awesome feedback about Loot Crate, so we didn't want to be advertising for something that some people didn't think was worth the money necessarily, so. Windswept Teeth. Alright, well. Let's just battle Singer. I was hoping to draw a Cavern before we started playing our creatures, but Delusional Kraut, welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our resubscriber 3 months in a row from the Delusional Kraut. What do I think about Path to Exile player rewards versus F&M promo? I guess I don't have strong feelings. I would have to look at the art, because I don't actually remember which one I like better off the top of my head. Do some attacking. Jeez. Oh, Colonnade. Okay. Well, here comes Colonnade, so let's just Path the Colonnade. Cracks Delta. Gets an island. Cryptic, counter, and bounce. All right, we're going to go for it. We're going to go for it here. We could hit a protection spell would be the best. Sacred Foundry, untapped. I mean, this is a little greedy, but let's go for it. Collected Company. No protection spell. So they are going to be able to bounce our thing. We got to get Selfless Spirit. Well, I guess we just get... Blade Master and Selfless Spirit, I guess. So, pumps up Battle Singer. Yeah, that is true. If you're playing a very expensive tribe, then Coco is not actually going to work. Alright, Cryptic saves the Colonnade, bounces our Survivalist. Our opponent takes 3. We do have Wrath Protection now, so our opponent has to kill our Selfless Spirit before they can Wrath our board. They would gain a ton of life if they can fire off a Sphinx's Revelation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they also have possibility of like Snapcaster to get back Cryptics, tap our stuff, which isn't great. But there's a chance we just win next turn. Still waiting for Tron to deploy the Gate Roch. That would be sweet. Alright, let's see. Opponent passes. Alright, well, let's lead on Survivalist. Resolves, pumps our stuff. And then Cryptic is what gets us here. This is the tough decisions with this deck. How much do we play out? Well, let's Bushwhacker. Okay, everything gets pumped up again. Well, our opponent must have Cryptic. Yeah, Pro Blue doesn't help if they're going to tap our team. Alright. Tag with everything. And our opponent scoops it up. Whoo! We got there. We got there. Allies. Oh my goodness, we're getting there. Whoo! So close. We are gonna get those 3 chests. After losing round 1, we are super close to winning every single round for the rest of our league. Thank God. 3 treasure chests. We are so close. What are we going down now? Yep, Gideon's great. Return to the ranks seems alright. And lead the Stampede is great. I don't know if we want to bring in Rest in Peace here. We don't want to lower our creature count too much. Yeah, this is the last round of our league. Yes, I take suggestions. You can either tweet me at Saffron Olive or email me at saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. 5-0 you get 8, 3 or 4-1 you get 3, 3-2 you get 1. That is my nickname. Seth, I don't need to conform to social standards set by other Magic players, so I can still flicker my cards on MTGO, so probably better known as Saffron Olive. The instant deck decks are, yeah, they include Magic Online decks. From IQs, PPTQs, all the way up to Pro Tours in paper, but also finishes on Magic Online as well. Ooh, that's a Cavern. Cavern is sweet. I like me some Caverns. What did you notice, Seth Rowe Jenkins, about the Ether Revolt spoilers? Alright, Cavern of Souls. I think we will name Ally. Seems like a reasonable choice. And Freeblade. Best turn. Oh, okay. I will check the docs, Stu. Sorry, I've got caught up in streaming. By the way, Stu, everyone. Yeah, the curve's reasonable. Ghost Quarter, really? Opponent's just gonna Ghost Quarter right away? Whoa! Opponent really doesn't want us, having that Cavern. Luckily, we have a bunch more. Now, let's just... we're probably going to get Spell Snared here, but there's not much we can do about it. Yep. There's Spell Snare. Get in for the big ol' one. We got to get this win for the 4-1. Yeah, it seems likely that they have many counters. Well, ally encampment. We are drawing a lot more lands than we want. Play a battle singer. Yep, more counters. Mana leaks. Well, get in with Freeblade. Only 18 more turns with Freeblade. Oh, really, deck? Are you for real? Well, we had a good curve to start off, but we've just drawn lands every single turn. Yeah, I guess I could have held on to the cavern. Well, ally encampment. At least we can play around Mana Leak this time. That's sort of something. We still get Cryptic or Spell Snared or Snapcaster for those. Alright. Battle Singer resolves, pumps our team. Freeblade gets pumped. We get to attack for 5. And ally encampment's actually nice for picking up our stuff in response to removal. Steam Vents tapped. Wouldn't mind drawing another cavern. Drawing a cavern might win it. Oh boy. Hey, what's up, Average Toaster? How goes it? Now, play stomping around Spacitured. Yeah, we've kind of mega flooded this game, unfortunately. We're still kind of in it. Ish. I'll play a Plains. Play another Freeblade. Kicking it up to 10 cases, Stu? Sweet. Is this Cryptic? Counter something? Counter tap. Okay. Well, past the turn. For being super flooded out, we're kind of staying in this game, somehow. Our opponent's counter-flooding. We're flooding. We got more lands than our control opponent. There's the cavern, finally. Well, go to combat. Attack with both. Opponent goes to path. Well, let's bounce our Freeblade. We have so many lands, we might as well. This is game 2 of match 5, our last rematch. Do we even want to replay this right away? I'm not 100% sure. Alright. Cavern on ally. Replay our Freeblade. I guess we might as well. If we had Collected Company, this could let us actually win the game. It represents a damage if we keep it in our hand, but we can always bounce it back to our hand if we need to. I know where Poland is, and welcome from the US. This is game 2, match 5 of our league, or the last match of our league. We're up a game in the last match. Oh boy, but we are drawing so badly. All right, get in with both. Opponent has Snapcaster. Yep. Oh boy, this is so bad. Yeah, I'd bring another hilarious modern tribe to modern. Yeah, no bushwhacker, no anything. We're just on the flood out plan. Alright, I guess we might as well save it. I mean, we have nothing going on, so we might as well keep trying to keep our stuff alive. Yeah, the Soul Sister game was pretty crazy. Alright, play Freeblade again. Windswept Teeth, go. Yeah, the deck is pretty affordable without Cavern. With Cavern, it's much less affordable. Hopefully we have lands left. I think we do. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright. Well, we shouldn't be drawing many lands. Lantern Scout is not super exciting, but I guess it's an ally, so we might as well play it. Oh, welcome, Timothy. Pumps up Freeblade. Get in with Freeblade. If our opponent goes to block with Colonnade, we'll probably just path it. We can pay for Mana Leak. Alright, there's Colonnade, so let's path Colonnade. Yeah, they could have a negate or something. It just seems like negate and dispel are not cards our opponent would have in their deck, because we don't have many spells. So it just seems like odd choices to bring in. So if we lose to a negate or dispel, then... Alright, Logic Knot. That's fine. So our opponent keeps their Colonnade. We get in the damage. Opponent drops to 4. Pass the turn. Oh, I visited Canada before, but not in quite a while. Serum Visions for our opponent. Top. And, oh, double top. That's not good. Polluted Delta. Yeah, Logic Knot's really sweet. And Supreme Verdict. Well, we gave it a good shot with a god-awful draw. Man, and there's the Battle Singer, too. Man, so close. What's up, Commander Hook? Oh, we get our opponent all the way down to 1, but that's as good as it gets. Gets an island. Whoa! That means they shuffled away the 2 cards they put on top. Our opponent, Serum Visions, put 2 cards on top and then shuffled them away. So now we could win. Oh, that's a company. Well, I think we just slam company. If we hit haste threats, we can win. 1, 2, 3, 4. So do we just slam Coco? The thing is, our opponent can block. So don't we have to cast it pre-combat? If we go and attack, our opponent just fires up Colonnade and blocks, and we can't do anything. So I think we have to cast it pre-combat. No, but we want to hit haste creatures that can attack. I'm gonna cast it. I think this is correct. We have mana for a mana leak. Opponent has Snapcaster. Alright. Alright. 4 Cryptic. So our opponent's last card was the perfect card. That was... I don't think there's any way that was the wrong play. The idea that we slam our only creature into a Colonnade and just hope that we resolve Collected Company and hope that we happen to hit a random protection creature, it seems like not a wise play. Unfortunately, we are still on the all-land plans. Oh, it's so bad. This is so floody. We don't have any lands left in our deck, unfortunately. Well, I mean, we gotta go for it. Lead the Stampede, fully expecting this to get countered. Finally drew one of our cards that's good in the matchup. Ooh, okay. No counter. That changes things. Freeblade, Blade Master, Selfless Spirit. That's actually pretty sweet. We put 2 good cards to the bottom, unfortunately, in Gideon and Return, which would have been awesome. But now we can Cavern on Spirit or Cleric. Let's Cavern on Cleric. This keeps the pressure on. We can 1, 2... play Blade Master. Pumps up Battle Singer, pumps up Blade Master. And then let's cast a Cleric spell. And pass turn. We are close. We are super close, boys and girls. So close to those 3 treasure chests. I can almost feel it. The 4-1 with Naya allies. Is it really going to be a thing? Why aren't we playing Bolt? That is a good question. I'd settle for a gut shot right about now. Is our opponent going to scoop? Do we have this? Yeah, I think our opponent definitely would have countered Lead the Stampede. Maybe not, because our creatures are uncounterable, so you have to think they would. Alright, well. Opponent's hoping that we forget 2 Selfless Spirit, I guess. And that's a GG's! Whoa! We got there! 4-1 with Naya allies. Just as the monkey comes on. Whoo! Oh, and we get 4. It's even better than I thought. We get 4 treasure chests. Sweet. Wow. So we started off, we lost game 1. or match 1 in a 2-to-1. I don't even remember what we played. What did we play in the first one? So, I don't know. What was our first match? We lost our first match, and then we found a way to win the rest of them with Naya allies. That was pretty sweet. I'm super happy. It took longer than I thought, so we're not going to get to Momir tonight. But there's good news. There's really good news. Oh, burn. Yeah. Yes, we got burnt. The good news is, to celebrate the last stream of the year, the last stream of 2016. What a year it's been. Thank you, everyone. I should say that before we open the chest. This has been an awesome year, and the reason it's been such an awesome year is you all are super awesome, and it's made it, it's been such a great year of streaming and making videos and writing articles, so big thanks to you this year for being super awesome. So let's crack these open. Celebrate the end of 2016 in style with some treasure chests. And it's mostly because of you, Stu. Alright, treasure chest number 1. Let's get some value. Number 1, we get a Kaladesh booster. I already got a small stack of those. An Essence Flux, Exile Creature, blah blah blah, and a Manic Scribe. Okay, so that's like a fine, it's like a redraw. If you get a Kaladesh booster in your chest, it's basically like you broke even, more or less. Alright, number 2, 2 of 4. Oh, okay. Man, nothing makes me madder than getting a double rare pack and having one of them be an Ether Squall Ancient. This has to be about the worst rare in all of Magic. On the other hand, Diabolic Intent, that used to be way more expensive than you'd think. I don't know if it is now. It might be. What is the price? Diabolic Intent on Magic Online is... Ooh! Alright! 6.8 ticks. So I'll take it. 6.8, that's actually really good. That's like double the cost of a booster. 2 mana tutor. So we'll take it. Alright, two more to go. Come on, something even better. Or a Scar Goliath. Oh, the bulk rares continue. Scar Goliath, Dranule Corpse Trawler, and Unnatural Aggression. Alright, last one. Last treasure chest of 2016. Cracking it open. Come on. Give us support or Liliana. Something sweet. Wizards, I hate you! This is unacceptable. Alright, let's go on an end of 2016 rant. If you're gonna put treasure chests, you gotta at least have a rare in them. Come on, Wizards. Funeral Charm. Wizards. That is just, oh my god. Oh, Wizards. Funeral Charm is on the curated list, which apparently means it's acceptable to get as your rare in a booster. Worth a whopping 0.3 ticks. Oh, it's like a bulk rare that's not even a rare. Oh, so bad. So bad. I can't crack the packs. I need them for drafting or something. Definitely not cracking boosters. Never opening this. If you open this, there's no way to get rid of cards on Magic Online. I've had this in my account for so long. Oh, yeah. So don't open your Planeswalker cards unless you're going to use them. Oh, well, everyone, that was an awesome stream. We went 4-1 with Naya allies for the last stream of 2016, going out on top. So that was pretty sweet. The deck was really good. I think you can play a pretty good budget version, but after playing those games, Cavern is really important. So hopefully they reprint Cavern to get the price down a little bit. Anyway, don't forget, if you want to catch up on the stream, go to the MTG Goldfish or Replay YouTube, where you can find all the old streams. And, of course, if you want to support the stream, apart from subscribing, make sure to check out the merch page. We got playmats and t-shirts and all that sweet stuff. So everyone, that's going to be it for tonight. I hope you have a awesome rest of the holiday season. Happy New Year to everyone. We will be back on Tuesday to start off 2017 with some more sweet streaming. So have a great night and an awesome New Year's, everyone. You were super awesome. Thank you for making 2016 such an awesome year, and can't wait for 2017. So I will see you on Tuesday. Got all the normal content coming out over the weekend, so keep an eye out for that, and I will talk